country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. We have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free, land of the many waters, resources and trees, land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese, land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians, and Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana beach breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city, are the hypest. We see them gyal wind up in a some liquor tight dress. We are hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond, them think priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a Marshall, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese land. Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughters. is we have the land. What many ask for, we never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we know none was slippy. Guyana, we say big up on the city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family, every master one up fully. A one-time records, a 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey, yo, my G, where you
on his side, but this Guyana no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. I laugh them, I go laugh. I run them, I go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so fancy. He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. The shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast his story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying out your dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun tally for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right. This ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very as Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight, yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight, as Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight, yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, strips on his side, but the Guyana no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra as Robin Hansel. Both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly as Robin Hansel. Both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, and run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Just do it very quick, do it very shortly. Just do it, just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. You say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He's panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye, the shutter down and GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend, make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks, oh. All them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this one gon' sink emission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gon' call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please.
Turn it down for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up the day, it's bright time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, your toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Yeah, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy.
Good morning to you, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It is the 31st of March, 2026. Good morning to those persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Good morning to the Guyanese joining us across the diaspora. And special good morning to those persons in the comment section. Thank you guys for being here. I see like YouTube is working properly again. So person should be able to get me on YouTube this morning. Who we got here in the comment section? Anita Williams, morning to you. Pam and Trevor, morning to you guys. Harmon Bacchus, morning to you. Lily Prashad, Lola Hari, good morning. Tassim Khan, morning to you. Akani Blair, enjoying the cold weather in the United States of America, morning to you, brother. Cecil Ramprasad, morning. Prasad Patti, morning to you. Morning, everybody. Let's jump into it as we roll out. Now, two things. Now, I know people gonna jump on me and ask me about the ruling in the court yesterday, right? Now, I will ask you guys to give me between tomorrow and Thursday, and I will have a lawyer come on the program and explain the cases to you guys. The reason I'm doing this is because, one, I am not an attorney. So I do not have a full understanding of how magistrates, judges, and whoever else are involved in the decision-making process, they arrive at these decisions. Now, what I want you guys to understand is, from the brief conversation that I had with the attorney, it's the same judge that throughout Harbajan case. Same judge, same person, right? But what the attorney said is the setup of the Harbajan case and this case that was ruled on yesterday were different. But he is waiting to get the ruling so that he can read and understand it in its entirety. And then we'll have him on the program to share with you so that you and I can understand what's going on better. Because I'm thinking, okay, this judge say Harbajan go in a car and they talking shubiness. But the same judge, and on a point of order, there were several other, what is called these things? Matters in the case for the courts to decide on. And I think it's what the good faith. The good faith was the only thing that the win lawyers and persons appearing in court would have gotten in their favor. Several other aspects of that bit of litigation were thrown out. And just to give you an understanding of what I mean when I say several other aspects of, that matter that was in the high courts. Right, so this is a matter between win candidates and GBTI. Now, it must be important to note that the courts dismissed the majority of the claims brought against the bank, including allegations of unlawfulness, discrimination, breach of statutory obligations under the anti-money laundering legislation, and claims for substantial damages. So they didn't look if the bank paid them because their account was closed. But all of those were dismissed. So the only thing Justice Nicola Pierre, I think it is, Justice Nicole Pierre would have agreed to in favor of Win is that based on her learned understanding of law, she felt that the GBTI breached an implied contractual duty of good faith when they terminated several accounts of these win candidates. Other than that, the judge did not agree that the closing was unlawful. There was any discrimination due to the closing, and there was no breach of any statutory obligations under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, and the fact that no damages. So Azzuddin has lost several cases where he had to pay fees, right? None. The judge awarded them in this matter, right? Now, that aside, yesterday, we were talking about a young lady. Not too long. We weren't talking about her long. But we were talking about this young lady because she was saying that, matter of fact, let me pull up the video. I think I got it here still. I should. Look. This young lady here was calling up the president name, and I had an issue with it. Right? Look at this.
Did this, I know him, he knows me. These are people that I know. This is people that I look up to, people that I respect.
Now, remember yesterday I was telling y'all that this is the people that Lola done wrong. This is the life that she just lived. I was calling for some morning. I was calling for some leave. That was the second lawyer that I called this morning, calling back. Right? So we can get a clear understanding of how these rulings worked out. So as I was saying, this wretch was telling the world that, yeah, I used to do wrong bad, man. I used to do wrong money, man. I used to do wrong murder, man. And then try to bring in the president, like the president got anything to do with you foolishness that you've been on for years. Right? So listen to this.
People with money. So because they got money.
You see why Shell the star, how we the star? It's people like this wretch.
And the president of Guyana, on their side, they feel like, yeah, we could do anything and get away with anything because...
No, this is the exact opposite. Lola Dahl and them used to feel they could do anything and everything and not get into any problems. Now, let me tell you something. President Ali, right, became president in 2020. This wretch been associating with criminals and the underbelly of Guyana for your whole life. You understand me? Now you might say, Courdel, what are you talking about? Let me show you. So she is just talking about people associated with President Ali so they could, let me hear what the association has allowed them to do.
They've been doing a lot of things to people in Guyana, kill people, kidnap this, though.
Those are the people that Lola Dahl associates with naturally. It ain't got nothing to do with friends with President Ali or none of this BS shit talking. This wretch, Lola Dahl, naturally associates with persons of this ilk. You want to know why I say so? Again, comment section. Please put the year that Dr. Irfan Ali became, or his first term began as president of this country. Comment section. Let me put the comment section on the screen. Hold on. Good. Comment section on the screen. Please put the year that President Ali became a president. The first term. Anybody in the comment section. Let me see you. First term. Let me see if anybody here know. They got 400 of y'all watching right now. Naz Ali said 2020. Who else? Who else know? Who else know? Joseph said 2020. Leslie Mangal said 2020. Pamela said 2020. Okay. Thank you all for responding. Now, I want y'all to take a look at this here. This wretch been associating with people of that caliber before President Ali even became a president. The proof is in the pudding, as Minister Manik Chan often says. The proof is in the pudding. And here, I bring the pudding out to show y'all this morning, right? One of the Livewire viewers reminded me of this, and I was so happy. Again, I'm saying to y'all, this wretch, Lolita Calendar, has been associating and has had herself in all sorts of problems with all sorts of undesirable individuals. Now she's rounding it up and trying to incorporate the president in her foolishness. Look at this.
An intelligent-led operation by ranks of the Guyana Police Force has resulted in the apprehension of a murder suspect who fled the United States. Around 2 this morning, the fugitive Troy Anthony Thomas of South Ozone Park, Queens, New York, was arrested at a location in Lilliandale, East Coast. He was wanted for allegedly murdering Queens resident Keith Frank on December 11, 2011. Makeup artist and social media personality Lolita Calendar of East Romvelt was also apprehended during the same operation. Calendar was originally wanted by police for threatening behavior. She is also suspected to have harbored the fugitive Thomas.
Harboring fugitives from people wanted for murder, Lolita. That is your crew. That is who you associate with. There's you people, them. All the murder men, all the drugs men, but people of that caliber. You were harboring a murder man. You just lying with murder man. So when you murder man, friend them, turn upon you, how you bringing in President Ali? More so, during the opposition time when President Ali, they watching news, as a member of parliament, he see this. You understand? So when you story bus, when the people them shoot you up, whoever the people shoot you up, President Ali said, well, it's she people, she got know we getting involved for. How you gonna vex with President Ali? You, they live in home with a murder man, that they hiding, a fugitive, and it a DNA to associate with fugitives. From one fugitive to Mohammed's a next fugitive. You understand? From one fugitive from one fugitive to the next. From one fugitive to the next. Right? So don't let Lolita Calendar fool anybody. Let me play it again. This is from 2018. President Ali was nowhere near the reins of power. And Lolita Calendar was associating with her more than them. With the underside of Guyana, the underbelly of Guyana. So how dare you incorporate the president in your foolishness? You did belong to the streets from long. You fight, you make Onika Pampi beat you up. Delshana looking for you to beat you up. Somebody come and shoot you up. It's not time you hold a car now. Get sense. You got a little business going on. Focus on that now. Every 2 days, you there on social media abusing somebody. And up to now, we can't see an official HIV test. Everybody saying you got something. Everybody accused here something. Clear your name. You status is like Mohammed indictments. Denial, denial, denial. Denial, denial, denial. You not addressing the issue. You dancing around. You like Mohammed's. You dancing around the real issues. Dancing around them. Show us a real test. Right? Like we want Mohammed to show us the real cost of the Lamborghini. Show it to us, Lolita. Please. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Something happened to Sally? Wait, man. Sally Jones inbox has seen a lot of people sending condolences to you. Sally, whatever you're going on, condolences to you, and just know that the Livewire family is with you in thoughts and prayers. I'm not seeing her saying anything here, or I may have scrolled past it. Yeah, right? So I am done with you, Lolita. That's what happened. Oh, my condolences, Sally, on the passing of your father. Condolences to you. Right? So, guys, I done with Lola. Lola, my intention with the photos and this video is to prove that you're full of shit. I mean, the general Guyanese public knew it, but just to prove that you're full of shit, you have been associating with criminals all your life. Criminals. So don't bring President Ali into anything that you put yourself into. Right? You have been associating with criminals all your life. And this 2020 news report shows that you are harboring a fugitive from the law. A man who murdered somebody overseas. Right? That is you people. Left President Ali out your mouth. Left President Ali out your mouth. Now, that aside, we got some other house cleaning to do. Right? We got some other house cleaning to do. So, again, another zombie jump out to the blocks on we. We thought that the only zombie we were dealing with was Nigel Hughes. That appeared out of nowhere. But then, this banner show up again. Jesus Christ. Look. This wild-eyed individual is back in the, well, not in the spotlight, on the rim, trying to get back in. Now, I continue to say to people, whichever party you support is your choice. I may not agree with you, but you still have a choice. I may talk about what your party has done, the horrible things they have done, but I can't beat you up for your choice. That's your decision. I don't understand why you would have made that decision, the decision that you're entitled to. But like David Patterson joining the win team and vex with Sherwin Holder, because Sherwin Holder decided that he wants to make an impact. You understand? In Region 2. Sherwin Holder doesn't want to just walk around town like a stumbling, bumbling drunk, pissing on people's fences like he heading good. Sherwin Holder wants to contribute, and Sherwin Holder wants to keep his good character. You understand? Not like this Banahi. Not like Mr. Scales. Not like Mr. Lift Truck. Not like Mr. Harbor Bridge money that you take to go wherever you went and we know if you paid back yet. So you can't come for Sherwin Holder, David Patterson. First of all, if Sherwin stepped to one side too far, he disappeared out your vision. So I'm suggesting to Sherwin to get this blight off of you. You understand? Just one step to the right, one step to the left. And you out of vision. You understand me? You're out of vision, brother. But David Patterson suddenly turned a historian now. David Patterson is a New Granger. David Patterson is a New Granger. He's a historian. The same man who can't keep track of his own public conduct, now auditing people's. Right? He now auditing people's political timeline like he is the registrar of history. Imagine reducing someone's contribution. And just to give you context, he was trying to crack jokes on Sherwin Holder, trying to say that he's a just come to the party like a Manzo or David Pat. Well, not he the NFC lang, like a Manzo or who else? Man, you know them just come people. Dexter Todd, Crispy Christ. Who else I got by? Oh, Psycho Andrews, just come. Like those people. So David Patterson is trying to make it seem like Sherwin Holder ain't contribute to the party. That's why they elevate him to the places he's been elevated to. Unlike Darren Wade. Now imagine reducing Sherwin Holder's contribution to a date on a membership card. That's the intellectual depth we're dealing here with when it relates to David Patterson. By that logic, Patterson's entire political legacy should be judged on a few viral moments. Like when he either pitting on the fence and abusing of the people. Big leader want to be leader of country and minister of government. Drunken wretch. Right? So if we were supposed to judge David Patterson on those few viral moments, David, trust me, that wouldn't go well for you. This is the same David Patterson who has been associated with, again, public drunkenness, disgraceful behavior. You understand? And more so, without any serious policy contributions. Name one policy under the coalition that was the brainchild of this wild-eyed pistolero. David Patterson walking around questioning people's credibility when the country remembered him more for stumbling, slurring, and scandal than service.
A win is a win. A win is a win. We got to do SOPs, but a win is a win.
You want to talk about where someone was before 2015? The real question is, David, where were you mentally and physically during half of your own tenure as minister? Patterson is acting like the political purity police. Meanwhile, his own record looking like a rum shop CCTV footage or a highlight reel. Man talking about which party you are with. Like he running from immigration. Brother, David, you couldn't manage your own personal image, your public image. You jump into Sherwin Holder, and mind you, Sherwin Holder ain't doing nothing illegal or bad or pissing on nobody or drunk nowhere in the road. Sherwin Holder giving service to the people of his region. Something David has no track record of doing. Will you just give out, David? Will you just help? Will you just help? You help the person who work with the APNU to manage a campaign, buy skills to Guyana that we never get. You help to overpay for the bucket trucks. You help with the bangles, bed sheets, and bracelets. Sherwin Holder name attached to anything of that sort. I honestly feel whatever happening with your vision, happening with your brain too. Like only one side of your brain walking straight. Like one side of your vision to see straight. Only one side of your brain walking right. You understand me? Sherwin Holder didn't just show up. Sherwin Holder worked, contributed, and was known within the structure of the PNC. Sherwin Holder even went on to point out Chief Whip, former Chief Whip, James Bond. Sorry. I retract, not James Bond, Christopher Jones. My apologies. Sherwin Holder even mentions Christopher Jones to this wretch, David Patterson, to say, listen, little Banner, you might be older than me and uglier than me, but go and ask see about my contributions before you try to disrespect me. The difference between Sherwin Holder and David Patterson, Sherwin Holder comes with receipts about his work. We don't know what you've done in the AFC other than sit by and watch Nigel Hughes run it into the ground, into nothingness. The press release party. That's the party you win now, David. But Sherwin Holder brings receipts because he said, hey, go and verify my work. Look at supervisor there, Christopher Jones. Go and verify my work. But you know what Patterson is bring? Urine. Rum. Scales that Guyana never get. You understand me? That is what he brings. So, David, let me give you a pathway to recovery for the AFC. Because you think that because you have a membership card for the AFC, that measures your contribution based on the amount of years you've had this card. I'm saying it to you clearly, David. A membership card doesn't measure contributions. Work does. Presence does. Impact, to which you have none, does. Right? So you should spend less time trying to rewrite other people's political history and more time explaining your very public record. Because if we're going to audit contributions and credibility, David is not the man who wants to lead that conversation. Them people gate never been the same since David pissed on it. It has never been the same. Some sort of corrosion eaten away at the chain link fence there. Eaten away at it. And you jumping on Sherwin Holder. And that's the thing with these guys, you know, it's a bully mentality. He feels because
a win is a win, and I was a former minister. With a win was a win.
You could bully Sherwin, but Sherwin ready for you. And Sherwin is ready for you. And listen, Sherwin Holder will be like the other PNC persons who have walked away from this dirty foot party called the PNC. As you can see, all of those persons who have taken the step to walk away from the PNC have elevated themselves in terms of they're doing much better now in their leadership roles. So they're playing a more active role in changing persons' lives, and that is what they wanted. I think that is why people generally get into politics, because they want to see their fellow countrymen and women doing better. You think James Bond is accomplishing that? You think Gita Chandan Edmonds is accomplishing that? You think Dr. Asha Kisoon is accomplishing that? Think about it. All these people who decide to walk away from the blight of the PNC, APNU, AFC grouping. Y'all, I told y'all yesterday, we have seen no senior PPP leaders, members, executive, farmer, minister, this body, the body, migrating to a PNC, a AFC, a VPAC, a V-flat, wherever, forward movement, wherever it is. You see none of that. A few PNC, APNU MPs were bought by the Mohammeds. A few money-hungry people. A few uninspiring people. A few people who look like they got a child husband may have been bought by the Mohammeds out of the APNU PNC. Then you have PNC, APNU people that say, why frig this group in? We'd rather not be in the game. You don't want to see Christopher Jones. You don't want to see Valda. You don't want to see, look, this girl that used to do Granger PR, Malika Ramsey, defect, gone with the manza. So it shows you what happening in these places. PNC people migrating to some place with sense, structure, and a vision, the PPP. Money-hungry people from the PNC migrating to win. Right? And then you have AFC people, to which this idiot, I think, is the general secretary for the AFC. This dead La Repentier party. Right? He think he's the general secretary for the AFC. Their people are running from them. Imagine. You ever hear the term running from the dead and boat up with the coffin? AFC is dead. So they ran from the AFC and jump in the PNC coffin that is about to be buried as well. That is what's going on in the opposition parties. And there's Bano trying to fight down Sherwin Holder. Because one, Sherwin probably felt disrespected in the PNC. Anybody who looked at the last Congress, or wherever it is, last Congress, saw exactly what was happening. You notice all the loyalists of Aubrey Norton make it back to Parliament. The chief cook and bottle washer Vince Roy Jordan. You know, people that say they got people who's kiss ass. Vince Roy on a different level. Vince Roy, you know how lucky, you know what Lucky Beater say? What you're supposed to do to the enemy? Does what Vince Roy does do. When he going to kiss, he just put it apart. And then decide to kiss ass. That's how serious Vince Roy serious with it. That is how serious Vince Roy serious. Vince Roy would leave Region 5 underdeveloped. You understand? Just to fulfill his mandate to Aubrey Norton. A pack of worries. A pack of worries. Prince, big up yourself, brother. A pack of worries. And this was why you have to remember. All these guys, this idiot here on your screen that looking at me and then looking at my green screen in the car and here, had a chance to show the people what they could do. They had a chance to show Guyanese that is only the PPP corrupt, only the PPP is friends, families, and favorites. But we saw what they were about. We saw what they were about. And you know what is even more pleasing to my heart? Whilst I'm sad that those portions from friendship are about to be displaced or were displaced because of squatting, I was so happy that when the coin dropped, right, is the PNC title. The PNC and the people. I was so happy because, trust me, if the PNC people run up their force, but the government, y'all remember this heavy tongue idiot Michael Richmond? For 5 years, she got 5 children, she's a teacher, she gives. It's your people on the place, Michael. You go to Paris de Leon on South Road and talk to the man there and tell him give them the land. Damn, I just want to cuss up like critic, buddy. I just want to cuss up like critic because these PNC people are completely shameless. They don't even take the time to do the research. You don't understand that Dexter Todd that went out there with that friendship issue is now representing the friendship people against the own party people. You realize nobody can go back since they find out is who was the surveyor and who really owned the land. I see VPAC doing some expose, and according to VPAC, Ty Joseph Harmon and the Rutherford man and everybody together. Where is Nima Flubes? Wrap up your head like a mosquito coil and go out there now and keep nice. Eh? Where is Sharisha Duncan? Pull on your tights and go out there now and ring the bell, ring the bell. But no, y'all prefer to fool people. You went out there first, you holler government. You're hollering government all the time. And BAPS is y'all. BAPS is y'all. Coveting the people them land. With the expose that VPAC do, they got some kind of thing with the woman who they buy the land for some thumbprint and all kind of madness. This PNC behavior. PNC behavior. Land grabbing is PNC behavior. You got to understand that. You got to understand that. You got to understand that. Corrector McDonald, why haven't you gone back out there yet? Why y'all in tech the mock people thing with the ancestral lands, the court overturned it and put them back there? Why you didn't do that? Y'all must stop leading people astray and making people fools, and more so your fellow Afro-Guyanese. Making people fools. So, David, you leave Sherwin Holder alone. You let Sherwin Holder live. And most of all, sir, you let Sherwin Holder be great because he couldn't acquire greatness under the place he was, the PNC. He tried. He's a small man. But with a big heart and enough effort. And he tried. You understand? And he couldn't make it. Y'all ain't doing nothing for you. Aubrey, no, I think disrespecting you and treating you bad. Aubrey might sue me for that, allegedly. I said, allegedly. So the man said, know something? Why frig this nonsense? I can't. Could you imagine they backbench Sherwin Holder for Cripsy Christ, Psycho Andrews, and the forensic attorney who had no real political contribution? Y'all remember, Terence Campbell was never really a PNC supporter, you know. Terence Campbell and Nigel Hughes was like bottom and poke. You understand? Bottom and poke. There's a video with Cripsy Christ, Nigel Hughes, and his wife. All of them hung up in one big photo. Look weird, but the photo is out there. It's public knowledge. So don't believe that Cripsy Christ was always a PNC man. You understand? I am almost guaranteeing you that Sherwin Holder got more years of service in the PNC than Cripsy Christ. To replace someone like Christopher Jones with Cripsy Christ is utterly disrespectful. Since my aunt was alive and I have seen her around the PNC, I've seen Christopher Jones working. Never support them in a day of my life. My family were PNC supporters. Never support them. Never go to a meeting. The first time I go in Congress Place, was from an auntie wake when they keep a little thing there for she when she die. You understand? Oh, I see a candy say. I see a candy say Cripsy Christ was from Anog. So you see what we're seeing here? And somebody they talking the other day about grasshopper. He couldn't make it in Anog. He couldn't make it in the AFC. So he go to the APN UPNC where he know he could stand up because he tall over North. He hit the 2 knuckle and let North and send it to Parliament. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Anybody hear from Dr. Mark de France? Please, somebody message him and make sure he's okay. Please. Dr. Mark de France. We're worried. Now that Akani Hala Anog, I am worried about Dr. Mark de France. Everybody abandon Dr. Mark de France. Mental health is real. Mental health is real. Even this banner, the attorney is not a sobriety name. I'm not talking about Adriana Young's father. An Indian gentleman, he always wears shades. I noticed him a couple of times at the Mohammed's case at the magistrate's court. But I think he was the general secretary for Anog and Mark was the leader. Right? Everybody abandoned Mark. Everybody abandoned. What? Oh, Lord. Hey, you see politics? It's not easy, you know. One time you're on a high, and the next time you could be lower and low. You gaffing with the devil. You gaffing with the devil. And look, just yesterday, I coming down the road, and I see the red banner from Bartico. I can't remember his name, Dawson or something. Dawson or something. A very fair-skinned guy from Bartico. He started some party, and I think he was supposed to run for president. I see he on the west side. Then you remember they had a guy, not this last election, the one before. I can't remember his name, but he's there riding a bicycle around town. He had a party launch at the National Library. One media house show up. It was him, the guy who's the presidential candidate, the reporter, and the cameraman. Not a prime ministerial candidate, not a support staff, not a nothing. And me boy did his party launch alone with Listen, I won't trade Guyana for nowhere else. I think we are the funniest people in the world. You understand? And we could make light of anything. Anything. Nothing don't upset me. Nothing. Y'all remember this last election? They had a man in a white suit. A big man. They had a man in a white suit. A big man. He looked elderly. And he was a one-man party. He was a one-man party. Imagine the AFC do just as good as he. The AFC that got big names. Big names. Names that are bigger than Tabitha. Names that are bigger than Don Hastings. Names that are bigger than Natasha Singh, child snatcher, allegedly child husband Lewis. Right? Names that are bigger than all of them. The only name that you could have said that was bigger than the AFC guys was Azudin. Remember, he's a money man. He's sharing away money. So that's what bringing people to you. Not his charisma, not his intellect, nothing of the sort. The fact that he's sharing away money. All a raise. He driving nice thing, and Guyanese like see nice things so that they could aspire to getting those things. You understand? That's the only person that's big. You got big names that in the news, like Nigel Hughes. You got former Minister of Telecommunications, Cathy Hughes.
You got a win is a win, or a cross-eye win is a win, and I'm going to piss on your fence.
David Patterson. You had ring the bell, Sherrod Duncan, before he jumped ship. You had the very beautiful, that does nothing for Region 7 in terms of representation, Jarita. Right? You had Kemraj Ramjatan, former Home Affairs Minister, prominent attorney. You had Beverly Alert. You had heavy hitters, and still not one seat. You even capture a friend I have, because she's still my friend. But I'm going to call her name, because if she watches, she got vexed. But he even captured that young lady. Y'all patched the hole in the ship so that poor young lady couldn't see it was a sinking ship. And you make her jump on board with foolishness, only not even to win one seat. You make dirty foot a man to come and get a seat. And with the help of non-entity parties, VPAC, the Mook in Linden, the Apostle or Bishop or whatever you name in Linden, non-entities and a newcomer come and trunks y'all. Look, guys, I gotta get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. I will line up that interview. Yeah, London. I'll line up the interview with the attorney, and I'll give you an update on the other interviews we have coming up during the week. I'll try to see if I can get Sherwin hold on the program if he's not too busy. You got to get a contact for him. And let's hear from him. Probably what are his thoughts about these attacks on his democratic choice? What is his experience since dealing with the PPP in Essequibo? Now, Essequibo, whilst it's a multi-ethnic region like all the regions in Guyana, one can safely say it's predominantly Indo-Guyanese until you get to the Pomeroon area, where it's majority indigenous Guyanese. But there's a small amount of Afro-Guyanese living on the Essequibo coast. So I'd like to ask Sherwin, since you've been dealing with these PPP people in Essequibo, how you feel? Anybody tell you about your black so-and-so? Anybody call you, say you like money? How you feel? Have you been able to accomplish anything? What you've accomplished since you've associated with the PPP, when you compare that to what you've done under the PPP, the PNC in the region, is it more or less? We'd love to find out. I'll endeavor to get on to Sure. I know a few of his comrades that are on the other side now who may have his number. I will engage them to see if I could get their contacts. You understand? I will engage them to get his contact. And I'll work on getting him on the program for you guys. Let's hear from Sherwin himself. Let's hear from Sherwin T. Mohammed Atakiri. Visionless David Patterson. David like them hard. She got put some bridle on your eye for keep you looking straight. Look, I'm done. Anyway, guys, y'all please be safe on the roadways, whether you're in Guyana or internationally. Please be safe on the roadways. Look out for those who aren't looking out for you. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. David, mind your business. It's all about.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down, we ain't giving up no no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.